Hello everyone, my name is SVPKingBee, and today we are going to be continuing playing the Pokemon Diamond Nuzlocke. I'm going to start walking quickly, but question of the day: do people in the Pokemon universe count Wooloo or Mareep to get to sleep? Now, I found out something interesting about Mareep that would make me think that you wouldn't be counting Mareep. Apparently, Mareep is 4 foot tall. No, I am not kidding. Apparently, Mareep is 4 foot tall. It drives me nuts to even consider that as a concept. How tall are Mareep? You've got a 4 foot tall sheep. So I don't think they would dream of Mareep. That doesn't mean they would dream of Wooloo, but they probably don't dream of Mareep. They probably have nightmares about Mareep. So that's my thought. I think they dream of Wooloo. What do you guys think? I'm being a little silly with it. I've attacked a level 14 Geodude with a level 9 fish poison. Hold on. Do not hit me back. Damn it! Do not kill it, at least. That was less damage than I expected to take. This is fine. I'll fight you with water gun. I'm gonna try to take less risks with fish poison, but yeah. So yeah, that's my thought. Wooloo would be the counted one because you'd be afraid of Mareep. Also, because Mareep would just shock you all the time unintentionally. Because I'm pretty sure in the Pokedex entries, Pursuit over Growl, I would say. Alright, thank you. It builds up static electricity in its fur, that's why it's electric, right? And it shocks you pretty hard. So I don't think you'd want to have a shocking sheep around you. A shocking 4 foot sheep. Tell me that doesn't scare the living daylights out of you. So yeah, they count Wooloo. Wooloo are much cuter, fluffier, they roll around. Perfect sheep Pokemon. So what do you think? Tell me what you think down in the comments below. Alright, as we continue on. Now, I never healed fish poison, so I can't put it in danger at all. The worst part is I think he'd probably survive. Even if I did, because Onix doesn't have the attack stat that Geodude does. So if I left him in, he still might have won. I've got to be more careful. That's how I got Tree killed. That's how I got Turtwig the Tree killed. I feel bad about that. You have no idea. Anyway, I hate losing my starter at the best of times, but like it's the worst. The first Nuzlocke I ever did, I lost Marshtomp in the worst way. I did it in Emerald, and it wasn't a randomizer, and I lost it because I'm in the fire gym. I think to a fire move, no less. It was awful. And you just sit there going, but I was relying on it. And it's not its fault, it's mine, but far out. What the hell? And it's just all about how can I fix that, you know? And you can't fix it. There's nothing you can do about it. You have to just... Are we slower than Onix? That's news. Because I know Onix is slow. And if I recall, there's a great description of Onix that I will steal here. All credit to my dry bread. Onix is a one-trick pony, and the trick isn't that good. It's just got massive defense. It's got a massive defense stat. It's like Shuckle, but at least Shuckle can hold its own because it's both defensive stats. But it just can't kill you that easily. But it's real bulky. Can I restore from here? I can't. That's new games, because I went to the wrong menu item. No. Potions. Did I only buy 2 or something? Well, either way, I'm going to put that up, because I reckon I can probably fight with fish poison more. Depending on what Pokemon they bring out themselves, it's all about what they bring out that's really going to determine. Is Shellos part water yet? Is it ever part water? No, it is, because... oops. I'm going to try a water gun. Because if it's only ground at this point... Because we do find it in the grass. Nope. Not very effective. Okay, well, that's fine. What would be... Electricity's power split, that's fine, because we're not using electrical attacks. Try Pursuit. That's better, not good. I don't like that it knows a 60 base power move. I know it's not very effective, but that still hurts. I mean, Pursuit and Quick Attack are the same base power, so... I feel bad sometimes, but I want to raise it up as fast as possible. So the irony is that to get it to level 13 quicker, or level 14 quicker, where it's really going to be useful, I have to let it fight the crappy fights instead of switch training it. Because you waste not just as much, but you would waste a lot of time switching anyway, and you damage another Pokemon. At least this way, it's a few more moves. Fish Poison gets all the experience, it'll raise a couple of levels faster, and it'll save more time in the long run by being stronger. At least that's the justification I'm using, and that wasn't a lot of experience, was it? Alright then, let's see how we go. You look like you got a ponytail. That generally means a battle girl? Has anyone else noticed that Pokemon is that predictable? Battle girl. Look, I was gonna make a bit of a joke about it, but it's true. Has anyone else noticed how predictable Pokemon are in their designs? Like, I wasn't kidding when I said, oh, she's got a ponytail, she must be a battle girl. Not many of the other girls have ponytails. They generally have their hair down, or, like, kids might, I don't remember. But most girls in the Pokemon universe do not have ponytails. The battle girls do, though. The battle girls do. It's just weird that, and it's good. It means that you can recognize what type of trainer it is just by their sprite. But at the same time, come on, it shouldn't be that easy to go to type, like put someone into a type. Then again, this is Generation 4, so we're talking what? 2008 now? 2007, 2008 now? The world has changed a lot now, and their sprites are still that way. I shouldn't say that, but they kind of are. You can generally, but then again, they're also bigger. Like, even the chibi sprites in the new Sinnoh remakes, they're distinct, you know? Like, they're not, it's not just a few pixels of color that make me think that a battle girl is a battle girl. Should you play a little? Well, that's up to you. I wouldn't myself, but... We're gonna have, okay, a Piplup, that... I never taught anyone Bullet Seed. So that means it's a Staravia job. We'll go with Shagbark, shall we? I hope Shagbark lives for a long time, so I have to say that name over and over again. Just remember, it is a type of tree. I assume in the vernacular it will probably be known as a shaggy bark tree. Sounds very Aussie, but I gotta tell you, Shagbark is still the funniest name I've ever heard. Like, who thought that that was appropriate? Unless they didn't know that shag meant, well, what it means in Britain, I think. I think Britain in particular uses the word shag in that regard. Anyway, not important. Not important. Oh, I should have... No, I couldn't, because they've all got to be named after trees, right? I need to find a good grand tree name, so that I can give that to Bidoof next time. I don't think anyone needs... Yeah, just Shagbark. I was going to say I don't think anyone... Oh, wait a minute. No. Okay, let's... Anyway, we're going to have to run around, because I want to battle everyone. As many levels as I can gather for the Pokemon that I'm trying to raise right now. And every berry that I can grab. I should probably equip some orange berries. Actually, that's probably not a bad idea. Where are my orange berries? Do they fall? They would be under berries, right? I've only got 2. I'm going to give 1 to Fish Poison. And 1 to... Oop. 1 to Shagbark. And that'll do for now. I don't like that there's so few, though. Why did they change it to be only 1 berry picked? Like, the berries that are useful it's not as if the berries that were useful don't get used if you're going to use them. And I'm not particularly good at remembering to use held items. It's a very big weakness of mine. Once you start, like, I don't know why. And I say weakness, like, probably a better phrase is I just don't think of them. Because I like to rely on the, like, I prefer to rely on the power of the moves themselves in run-throughs. And the power of the moves and the power of the Pokemon without thinking about held items. And, you know, the thing is, the positive of that is that I'm starting to change. The fact that I even thought of orange berries, it matters, right? But the Pokemon, you know, it was, if I hadn't done challenge runs recently, I would not at all have thought of berries. They came in clutch in a couple of battles in my run-throughs. So my Gen 3 challenge run-through, the 2 sections that they come in handy that you should probably know about were, it was Watson, so the electric gym leader, Watson, and Norman, the normal gym leader. And so Watson he kept paralyzing me on turn 1, which put me 1 turn behind in attacks because I was outspeeding all of his Pokemon. As long as I wasn't paralyzed, I could knock his Magnemite out without taking damage. But if I got paralyzed, then he would use Supersonic, outspeed me, and I might not be able to even take it out in 3 turns. So to avoid the variance, I chucked on, I don't know which berry it is off the top of my head. Let's call it a Chesto berry. No, Chesto's the sleep berry. A cherry berry, I think it is. Either way, I chucked a berry on it, and hey presto, the strategy worked. And then the second time was with Norman. As long as slacking used, I'm gonna swap out this time because I do want to speed up a bit. And we'll see what's in that house, eh? Jagbark, out you go. I was saying something. Oh yeah, Norman, as long as slacking used Yawn on the first turn, I could get through his first slacking without dying, so without taking any damage, take 1 set of damage off his Vigoroth, and then I had at least a decent amount of health to go through his third slacking. This was in Pokemon Ruby, so his team is very different in Emerald, and I have to admit, I know Emerald better. I prefer Emerald out of those 3 games. Out of the 3 legendaries there, Rayquaza. In fact, out of all legendaries, Rayquaza. My fave legendary is Rayquaza. I'll never forget in Emerald how you gotta go get it. It goes and breaks up Groudon and Kyogre's fight. It's so good. And then you go up and catch it, and it's this level 70 Pokemon that is far too powerful for the moment. Alright, the Orange Berry worked. Let's do that then. Oh, we were still confused. Geez, did that level 8 Shellos nearly kill a level 15 Shagbark because of confusion? This generation is hard. Like, it's not just me, right? This generation actually is hard. The grind at the start was difficult. Yes, I do. You're a healer! That is handy. That is actually really handy. Okay, we don't have to go back to the Pokemon Center. Man. Let the music catch up. Are you a trainer? Didn't buy any antidotes. Okay, I've got some antidotes, that's fine. I usually do, and I know that the forest is here. Because like I said, I plant this area. That's the area I'm talking about, by the way. There's a honey tree just up there, but you can't get cut yet. So you get access to 4 honey trees. You get 1 down below, 1 in the meadow, 1 at the Windworks, and 1 through this forest. Yeah, honey trees. 6 hours. To meet you, ask me a favor, get through the forest when I'm afraid. I was right! There's a group of Team Galactic about, I think there'd be safety in numbers. Yes, yes. Wait, you don't even give me the choice? I was gonna go with her anyway, but that's just wrong. Okay, so I knew I wasn't crazy when I went to when I was going through in the first few episodes and going, oh yeah, they give you friends to walk with all the time and it's annoying as hell. I wasn't wrong. Now, we get an encounter in here, so let's do an encounter first and then we can go further on. So I knew we did doubles, yeah. Okay, so we get a choice, Bunnery or Budu. We need a new grass type. We've already got a normal type. There's no need for a new normal type. Let's go and knock out. Shoot. Does it know grass moves yet? Let's knock out Bunnery. But does Budu know grass moves yet? Am I in danger? It would probably know Absorb. Absorb is usually the Pokemon. Egg Bomb, not bad. Nice shout. Okay, well, Stun Spore is annoying, but at least an acceptable move. I'm gonna stick with Fish Poison. I don't think it'll be knocked out, and she heals us up anyway after every battle. That's why I'm being a little riskier. Geez, Foresight is long, isn't it? Yes, okay, you knocked it out for me. Yes, great. Alright, so we'll fight the Budu, but only for one round, because she's going to Egg Bomb it. Okay, that's a bit dangerous. I am a bit afraid. Let's just Quick Attack. I think if we just... Yeah, okay, that'll do, because she'll Egg Bomb. That's perfect. Chansey isn't super powerful. Ooh, that was stronger than I thought, though. Oh, wait, no, she heals me. It's fine, it's fine. That wasn't the most powerful move ever, but I think it will knock it out. Bag. I've only got Pokeballs still, which is a bit annoying. Budu, please stay in the ball. Oh, thank God. Ooh, alright, what are we calling Budu? Are you serious? I have found a name. Are you a male or a female? Female. Oh, this is too perfect and also awful. Boobiala. No, I kid you not. Double L or just single L? Double L. I'm 5. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone. But it was perfect. Come on. Otherwise, I was gonna call it. I was looking at where is it? I've missed because I replaced it. Where is it? Bismarck. Bismarck was the one I was looking at. There's a bunch of bees there. I didn't like most of them, but Bismarck might have been cool. But yeah. As soon as I saw Boobiala, I hope it doesn't become a major player. So I'm not saying that forever. I mean, maybe I'm being a. Ooh, I can't leave you in against a poison type. That is a no-go from me. And I can't put... Sorry, not poison type. The electric type. And that's the same problem for Shagbark, unfortunately. I actually would have preferred to be able to put in Shagbark, because I'm pretty sure... I don't know for a fact what the next gym is, but the badge is green. And I think that means it's a grass type. If it's not, then I've prepared in a different way than I should. It might be a bug gym. If that's the case, I'll be a bit disappointed, to be honest. Because they do bug the next gen as the third gym. So, repeating gyms isn't necessarily bad, but I don't know, I just didn't, I don't expect it. B, you probably shouldn't. Not, not gym after, let's use your words, Stephen. Not gen after gen after gen. Preference, of course, but that's my thought process. Anyway, let's knock out... Oh, we knocked out her Chansey. It's alright, it'll be back next battle. Did we knock out the Wurmple? I was going to say Weedle. Weedle, a far more superior Pokemon to Wurmple. Because we get a Beedrill out of it. And that's the only reason. I'm probably, probably shouldn't say stuff like that. Does she have another Pokemon? She doesn't. Ooh, I did not know that. I might have to be careful about using magnitude too much. You know Absorb? So I haven't used... Ooh, that was stronger than I expected. I may have to swap if this doesn't knock it out. But it is Bug and Flying, so it's double weak. So it should be knocked out by one Rock Throw, right? Good, good, okay. I didn't expect it to know Absorb, though. Leech Life, maybe. That's usually the bug move of choice. Oh, nice. Gordoya. Level 17, my friend. He is doing very well. And you have Silcoon. Okay, well, we shouldn't die to this. As much as I want to swap. I live in vain hope of running into 2 bug catchers so that I can really go nuts with... nuts with Shagbark. Gordoya. Just sounds so good. The name is just so good. It bugs me. Don't do that! The more I think about gym leaders' names, by the way, and bug things, and like the way that they do the bug puns and all that, the more I realize just how much they named everyone. They really did. They named everyone after the typing in their gyms and stuff. I don't know why I didn't see it as much as I used to, as I do now. Like, some of them aren't, and I can't quite figure out why, but I can figure out when they do it. Like Brock, Rock, Misty is like a type of, like when water mists up, so Misty. Lieutenant Surge, which of course being electric. I don't know what Erica or Sabrina or Koga. Blaine is close to Blaze. I can probably fight these, actually. They shouldn't know any hidden power. They worked really hard to give Abra moves to not make it weak. And hidden power, I remember this. In this gen, it was hidden power. It was all about that, giving Abra hidden power. I only remember it now, and I know I fought the Abra earlier from those kids, but still wasn't expecting this. So what about the other ones? You have Blaine and Blaze, like I said. Giovanni, but that was more because he was the leader of the mob. Rather than anything to do with Earth. Or ground, rather. Next set, Faulkner is... I do know it has something to do with air. Like a Faulkner or... Like it has something to do with birds. A Faulkner has something to do with... Oh, a Falconer. That's right. So Faulkner is a falconer. So it's a bird gym. Bugsy, that's not the subtle pun. Whitney is a very plain name, but that's not why. I'm sure that's not actually why they did that. So Whitney is a outside. Morty is ghost related, and I can't remember why. And I'm not going to think on it too hard. Jasmine has nothing to do with steel types, to be fair. Chuck. I don't know. Maybe, or oh, Chuck. Throwing, like fighting, like throwing someone in a fight, like, or throwing, like Chuck. So that's fighting. Bryce, like ice. So the ice gym. Claire. Unless they were going for Dragon Air and Claire, I don't think that that's got any hidden meaning, but it might. Let's see. The next generation was Roxanne, of course, Rocks. Brawly, Brawl, fighting types. Watson, Watts, and, you know, Watts in electricity, so he's electric type. Flannery, Flame, Flanner, Flame. Basically, that's where it comes from. Norman and Normal. Gen 6. Ooh, no, Gym 6, it was the flying gym leader. What was her name? I always forget. Winona? Winona? Like wind? Windona? Winona? Tate and Liza? I don't know. I think they were just playing into the twins thing. Man, this is a big patch of grass, by the way. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be seeing two, and neither would you if we weren't traveling together in a pair. It's not my fault, it's yours. Tate and Liza, I'm not sure. And Wallace, admittedly, and Juan. Wallace and Juan, admittedly, not too sure. Like, Wallace is a bit too far from water to just be a direct, but I don't honestly know. I don't actually know. But yeah, that's just the first few, and Rourke, obviously, and Rock. I haven't gone into any of the others, right? So I'm not, at this point, I'm not going to keep going, but my gosh, they make a lot of puns with their gym leader names. And honestly, if you've watched this far, and you know why the ones that I don't know are connected in some way to the type of Pokemon they use, so if you know why Koga, Sabrina, unless they were doing Sabrina the Teenage Witch, so magic, psychic powers witch, but if you know why, anyway, if you know why Erica, Koga, Sabrina, I've given my thought on Sabrina just then, that was just an idea. Why Giovanni, why Claire, why Jasmine, and why... Actually, Jasmine is a precious metal. No, it's not a metal, though. It's a gemstone. My point is, if you know the ones... If you know anything about the ones that I haven't mentioned, talk about it in the comments. Very interesting topic, I think, to think about why they've done the names of these. And I never thought of it as a kid. And why would you? Some of them are a bit obscure, like Chuck. And even Roxanne, you don't... Because it's not spelt the same, you don't sit there and go, Roxanne. Like, you just don't. And Misty, you could be forgiven for thinking Misty isn't a specific reference to water. You could be forgiven for not thinking that Chuck is as well. Stuff like that. So they weren't, Price even, they weren't obvious about it all the time. Sometimes they were, but all the time they were not obvious. I think they were purposely doing it in Gen 1. That's why I don't know with Koga, Erica, and Sabrina. They were being really obvious with their references because, I mean, come on, you don't get more obvious than Lieutenant Surge. Like, it's such an obvious one, and Brock is so on the nose. B-Rock. I'm not skipping the trainers. I'm never going to get a chance to beat double battles like this again, so... Well, not again, but... I'm not going to be able to do double battles like this. Ooh, these are both bug catchers, so we're going to go with Staravia very quickly. Yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. It's just interesting what they choose to do. It actually makes me wonder how they figure out the Elite Four and the Champions. Oh, by the way, they suffer from the same things, by the way. A lot of the time, they suffer from the same fate. Glacier is a good example. Yeah. I don't know if... wait, I was swapping, wasn't I? Sorry, I should be paying attention to the battle, because I'm going for Shagbark. Shagbark's going to gain a few levels from this. Hopefully. Because... Well, a level from this, probably. I'm hoping... Because if it is a grass gym next, that's what I want. I want Shagbark to be the one leading the charge. Yeah, so... I was thinking, and I have forgotten, and I'm a little annoyed at myself now for forgetting what we were talking about. Oh, we were talking about those names. Either way, you get the point. But it makes me wonder how they picked the Elite Four. As in, how they picked what the types of the Elite Four were going to be. Because in Generation 1 in particular, I'm quite unreasonable about how they did a lot of those. So, you know... Lorelei is one of the only ones that has all ice types. Except for Slowbro, now that I think about it. So even she didn't have all ice types. She could have. Why is Bruno's fighting types? Why do they have a rock type in there? Rock and ground type. He's the fighting type guy. Why, with Agatha, did they choose Ghost when there's literally 3 ghosts in the whole game? Why didn't they just make her the poison type? And then they could have put, and I know they already had a poison type gym leader, they could have swapped them around. Just saying. But why didn't they do that? And it kind of bugs me a lot that they didn't swap that around. So I personally think of Agatha as the poison gym leader. A psychic type or a bug type for that gen wipes the floor with it. Sorry, not even a bug type. The one bug attacking move. Yeah, Twin Needle. Oh no, two of them. Pin Missile. Twin Needle and Pin Missile. And guess what? Twin Needle's better. Actually, here's a good question. Oh, I'm writing that down. Twin Needle v pin missile. I'm curious to know people's thoughts on that, so I won't ask the question now. I won't bring it up now, but I will fight the good fight right now. But that's going to be a question of the day coming up at some point. It's a silly one, but it's interesting because I'm curious as to how people determine the power of moves. And that's probably what the question is going to devolve into, to be honest. I'm saying no more now. But the next trainer being Lance. Again, there's 3 dragons in the Pokedex. He uses 2 of them. One of them's a double up, both Dragonairs. Like, he just doesn't do dragons, and why? And then they made the dumb decision to not give him a Seadra, and I know Claire had a Seadra, but they didn't give him Kingdra. I know Claire had a Kingdra, but he didn't have a Kingdra. The only new dragon type they put in the generation, and they didn't give it to Lance. Ugh, it was so annoying, that one, to be really honest. It was the most annoying thing in the 2nd gen. But like, they just should have come up with different types. At least the dragon trainer worked, because like, at least it was a good concept. But I wonder how they picked that for the Elite Four. And then it was the same issue in Generation 2 and 3 and onwards, to be honest. Because in Generation 2, they introduced dark types, but really there weren't enough dark types. So that was a problem. They introduced steel types. They only introduced 3 of them. 4, I suppose, if you include Magnemite and Magneton, but 3 of them. And 1 was a retroactive change. What else? Let's get running, because I actually have been I've not been commentating at all. Potion's fine. I've not been commentating at all, I've just been talking. And like, because I'm kind of been thinking about it, and I think it's really cool to think about, you know? Either way, the Pokemon, I'm blanking so hard. That's okay, I don't mind. I'm gonna run. These are not battles I need to face. Actually, I'm not supposed to run, am I? Have I already run from a battle? I made the decision not to run from battles. I think I've already run one. So if I have run, I'm sorry. I actually hate double battle wild battles. I don't think I have, actually. I just gotta remember not to run. So let's fight this guy. Let's fight this this battle. Anyway, those are the 2nd Elite Four. So what did they do again? They didn't do the bug type. They did, the first type was Psychic. That's one of the few that they did well, because there was enough Psychic types for sure. I really should swap, but I don't want to. I want to let Fish Poison handle itself. It's a hard choice sometimes. Could you attack it with Egg Bomb? No, you couldn't, of course not. It's alright, I'll knock it out next turn, we'll be fine. Anyway, they did fine with Psychic. Koga is the poison type, and again, they did sort of well. They messed up on one of them, which is Fortress. That's the only one I don't agree with, because it's Steel and Bug. At least I'm pretty sure it's Steel and Bug. Because Poison is, not Poison. Because Twin Needle is not very... It's Poison and Bug. Yeah, it's Poison and Bug. I don't remember why I figured that out, but it's Poison and Bug. I'm gonna be wrong, aren't I? I hate second guessing myself. Just be aware of that, because it makes me feel like I'm wrong sometimes when I'm not. Anyway, that's that Pokemon. Next Pokemon was like, next trainer was like, who was she? She was the I remember. Oh, it was Bruno again, of course, because that was dumb. They couldn't think of another one, so they made Bruno come back. At least he got another fighting type, but I still don't understand Onyx being there. They could have put in... not Makuhita. Makuhita wasn't in there, but they did put in another fighting type, I swear. Maybe they didn't. No, but they have Poliwrath. They had Poliwrath. And I know that's Chuck's Pokemon, but why didn't they put that in the 1st gen? Because he was fighting in the 1st gen. So stupid. He should have had a Poliwrath, as well as the Hitmontop. And then Lance, again, they did him dirty. Oh, Karen, there wasn't enough dark types. I already said that. Okay, so this is still another opportunity for Shagbark to go out, I think. And yeah, I'm probably going to stop. Well, I'll go through the Elite Four in the next gen because I want to now. Sydney's cool because they have enough dark types by then. But it's a shame that that we don't have the physical special split that we gain in this gen. God, this gen did so much for moves. I love moves from here on out because you can plan things properly based on a characteristic and on type coverage, as opposed to I need to have a special attacker to use a dark move because dark is special. Oh, I can't believe they did that for so long. And I guess I don't blame them, but my God, is it better to have it with a split than without. Sorry, I've done it again. What's the time? 35. 35. I may or may not have muted myself a bit through that. I don't know what I muted myself, so if I repeat myself, I apologize. Sydney of the Elite Four. I already talked about Sydney, I'm sure. The next was the Ghost type, and I think they did her dirty as well, because they gave her 2 Dusclops and 2 Bayonets. And I can't remember... what move are we learning? I didn't notice. Swift. Oh, hell yeah. Instead of Water Sport. Swift will never miss. Quick Attack will always go first, and Swift will never miss. When we get Aqua Jet, that'll be even better. Yeah, I wish I could remember her other move. No, Endeavor's crud. Yes, we should give up on Endeavor. It's not a good Endeavor. Yeah, I can't remember her other Pokemon. If it was a Ghost, fine. If it wasn't, it wasn't. I am a bit... But, come on, like, at this point, I'm pretty sure we're all aware that they didn't exactly do a good job on that one. Third trainer would be... Ice type, and they had to use. They used 2. They could have used anything with ice types. They could have easily had another one in the game, but instead they chose to do. Swift hits both. Perfect. Instead, they chose to put 2 Glalie on her team, and they had a Celio and a Walrein. In fact, didn't they do 2 Celios, 2 Glalie, and a Walrein? Like, they did them so dirty in that Elite Four. And then it was Drake, who at least was using all new Pokemon. But I know that he had a Shelgon as well as a Salamence, and 2 Flygon. I can't remember what other Pokemon he used. I don't think it matters. Not for the sake of the discussion we're having. Altaria. He had an Altaria. So we had all new Pokemon, which is awesome because Dragon needed more types by that point, more variants by that point. But he had all new Pokemon, and at least he had, like, the variants. I would have been fine if some of the others had the same treatment, but they didn't. They had the same Pokemon, or too many of the same Pokemon, you know? Now, I might be wrong about Glacier, by the way. If she only has a Celio and a Walrein, not 2 Celio, that's fine. Just, you get the point, what I was getting at. And the last is Steven, and as the champion. Like, the champions I've mostly left out. Like, Lance I talked about in the other one, but that's because they made the Dragon Trainer the champion and then didn't, like, fix it up. Can we get out of this grass, please? Is there any more trainers? I hope not, because we've gone on for a little while in this forest, and it takes a while. Of course we did. I had a feeling that would happen. But yeah, then the last one obviously being Steven Stone, and like, they made him fit up to the stone concept by still having rock types in there, but he's meant to be a steel type trainer. The one positive, they gave him 6 unique Pokemon. So they gave him, what was it? Skarmory, Armaldo, Cradily, and don't get me wrong, it fits his character, but they call him a steel type trainer, and gave him those Pokemon? No. They gave him Metagross, of course. I like Metagross. Aggron. Oh, amazing. Aggron's a great Pokemon. And one more that I can't remember, but I know it's a unique Pokemon, as in it's not the same as everyone else's, as in it's not the same as any of his others. Point is, they just, for whatever reason, weren't giving enough variants that they should have been giving. What was wrong with including the full decks in Generation 3 from the start? And as a result, you had access to giving him Steelix, and why not Magneton? I know Watson had Magneton, but he is the Steel type. And why did I know they made him Steven Stone, but they emphasized that he's a Steel type trainer. If they didn't do that, if they said Steven Stone and just left it at that, then every part about him would kind of fit, except for then the Steel type Pokemon, because he's the fossil guy. He's got the fossils, and he's got the revived fossils. Of course he would. A, he's rich. B, he's always from a rich family. And B, he's the fossil, the rock guy, the stone guy. This, what's that? Oh, I need cut anyway. We've made it to the end. There's the exit. I'm relieved. I would never have been able to do it by myself. Thank you. All right, yeah, I actually appreciate that you were healing my Pokemon all the time, so thanks for that. We've actually come pretty far. And I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty stoked with how far we've come. I think between these three, I've probably been a bit neglectful of Kentia. And obviously Bubiala and Bristlecone, I haven't even touched yet. But these three are good. They're coming along. I don't think these two will be useful in the next gym if I'm right about what type it is. So we might have to figure out how Kentia can raise up a few levels before moving on. But for now, thank you everyone so much for watching. If you like this one, please leave a like on the video, please leave a comment below with the answer to the question of the day, and please subscribe and ring the bell if you are new. Every one of those actions helps the channel, and I would be immensely grateful. So thank you if you do any of those things, really appreciate it. And that's all from me. So without any further ado, my name is SVP, talking on a KingBee, and I'm buzzing out. Ciao for now.